The next keynote speech is by Mr. Horimoto Yoshio, Vice Commissioner for Strategy Development and Evidence-Based Policymaking, Strategy Development and Management Bureau of the Financial Service Agency of Japan. Good afternoon. Thank you very much for the kind introduction. My name is Horimoto, Vice Commissioner for Strategy Development, Evidence-Based Policymaking. One of the areas I cover, or a few of the areas I cover, is very relevant to sustainable finance, which is the theme of today's event. And later on, I will go to the new policy announced in order to focus on asset management, and I would like to touch upon that as well, which is also relevant to today's theme. First and foremost, thank you for inviting me to this Tokyo Sustainable Finance Forum and giving me this opportunity to explain the position of the JFSA. I see the representatives of Japanese financial institutions and non-Japanese financial institutions gathering together at this venue, taking up a very hot topic, sustainable finance. That's an extremely important initiative. The position of the government of Japan regarding sustainable finance is we're already in the phase of action. So very timely that this forum is being held. Thank you so much for organizing this event. So I would like to extend my deepest respect to all the stakeholders who have made this event possible. On the other hand, from the 25th of September to October 6th, we've designated this period as Japan Weeks and have been holding global events day in, day out. We hope that this will be one milestone and so that global investors will come to Japan and take a look at the initiatives in Japan to tackle social, environmental, and governance-related issues for sustainability. This will be a week to communicate our stance as such. And this forum is a part of those weeks, and it is one of the landmark events within those weeks. So I truly hope that very constructive and fruitful discussions shall take place this afternoon. The theme is sustainable finance. As is well known, under the Kishida administration, the concept of new form of capitalism has been introduced, and this is a core element of that new form of capitalism. On the other hand, as is known already, from the business perspective, international competition has already commenced or has been taking place for some time now. And in this context, we, the Japanese government, under the concept of the new form of capitalism, has been promoting decarbonization and solution of social challenges. And by solving social challenges, as an outcome, we want to attain sustainable growth. Based upon that concept, we have been trying to accelerate the implementation of various policy measures. As I said, already we are seeing international competition in many fronts. And from such perspective, what are the strengths of Japan? I think we have two strengths in two areas. One, financial strength. In Japan, we have more than 2,100 trillion yen of household financial assets. At the moment, the majority of that is in savings, but we are taking measures to funnel this into investment, and sustainable finance could be part of that policy initiative. And in order to shift this money into investment, we are advocating the diversification of asset management, and one theme of such alternative asset management is sustainable finance. Another key is science and technology. We have a huge number of companies that have huge power of science and technology. For example, one Japanese startup founded by young Japanese researchers who learned information and communication engineering in the University of Tokyo has leveraged traditional printing technology for electronic circuit boards and created a product that cuts metal usage by 70%, reduces CO2 emissions by 75%, and minimizes water usage by 95%. This is a Japanese company. Such groundbreaking technologies are vital, and these startups are vital as we try to achieve carbon neutrality and addressing social challenges. Once they are implemented and they spread as businesses, it will contribute to the citizens around the world, and we can expect the market to expand to bigger size. So that is the second strength of Japan. So by tapping on such advantage of Japan, we want to contribute to solving global challenges through promotion of investment. And I am going to talk about 3 policy initiatives under that major strategy. One is GX investment, green transformation investment. This is a major social and economic challenge. It requires a structural reform. At the same time, we observe huge amount of opportunities for growth. The government issues the bonds as climate transition bonds. We will begin issuing this year in a way that is aligned with international standards. And the proceeds will be used for renewable energy, hydrogen, steel, chemical, automotives. We hope that 20 trillion yen will be enabled. This will enable 20 trillion yen worth of advanced investments, hopefully. And after the issuance of such bond, we would like to further promote transition finance, and we have several ideas to do that. Transition finance, which leads the whole of economy transition towards decarbonization, is indispensable, and that was highlighted at the G7 Hiroshima Summit, which took place in May, and we will be implementing measures based upon that goal, based upon that vision. To do that, most recently, the Prime Minister made an announcement. By using new NISA system, we aim to develop GX-related investment products that will appeal to a broad spectrum of investors, from Japanese retail investors who can use expanded and permanent NISA and the tax exemption scheme for small investments, to global investors. From this viewpoint, the Financial Services Agency of Japan will, by the end of this year, establish a dialogue on enhancing sustainability investment products as an initiative for fostering GX and ESG investment by both individual and institutional investors. This was announced by the Prime Minister himself most recently. Further, in order to implement transition finance of Asia, along with Japan chapter of G-Finance, Japan will launch an Asia GX consortium in the first half of next year. Second, in order to solve social challenges, there has to be the contribution by startups. So the second point is with regards to contribution or support to startups. We want to support startups dedicated to addressing social challenges and contribute to Japan and the world. We have established the Startup Development 5-year plan, positioning 2022 as the inaugural year. And in 5 years, we aim to increase the investments tenfold to 10 trillion yen. One key of support to startup is impact investment, which is one of the themes that will be taken up during the course of this afternoon. The impact focuses on addressing social and environmental challenges and fosters specific technologies and business models, and that requires strong commitment by the investors. The Financial Services Agency is drafting the basic guidelines on impact investment and is on track to establishing a consortium by year end. In fact, we have seen a number of emerging and promising impact startups across various issues, both in Japan and abroad, including decarbonization, water resources, and healthcare. And we aspire to further bolster this trend by creating an investment-friendly environment and collaborating with global stakeholders. Finally, strengthening financial function. 2,100 trillion yen of household financial assets exists, and 530 trillion yen is managed by asset management companies through pension and insurance companies. GPIF has 220 trillion yen. GPIF's AUM is the largest in the world. So asset management, or the management capability of asset owners, is going to become very important. So governance improvement, management capability upgrade, or new entrants for intensifying competition in asset management. These are the areas where the government shall be supporting, and under the leadership of our Prime Minister, we will come up with new plans by the end of this year. And this week we've started up a working group on asset management oriented nation, and deliberations will begin. Amongst asset owners, pension funds need to exercise leadership towards responsible investment, and at least 7 public pension funds, AUM, worth 90 trillion yen. They will be newly signing up to the PRI, and the Prime Minister announced that they will begin the necessary procedures to eventually sign up. The objective is to strengthen sustainability finance-related activities by the asset owners and spread such trend to the whole of the Japanese market. At the outset, I said that corporates and financial institutions have to cooperate with each other together in order to cause impact and lead sustainable growth. This is the concept of the new form of capitalism put forth by Prime Minister Kishida, and the themes that will be taken up this afternoon are all in line with the concept. Transitional finance, impact investment are no longer in the stage of dogma, and we've already entered into the stage of implementation and action. That is why at these events, like the one we are having today, it is very important for financial institutions to get together and talk about putting into action. I think it's very meaningful that you discuss means of implementation. We welcome this event, and we hope that we can continue to provide you support. Thank you.
ありがとうございました。